Shalom, it's Selfie Carats. What's up, Taurus? This is your monthly May 2020 reading, and we will be doing a general overview. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you thumbs up if this video resonates, and then subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'll be uploading from like 12 to like maybe at night. Okay, all right, so this is gonna be your monthly reading. So we're gonna be pulling first we're gonna be covering the topics general, self, love, and career. All right, so we're gonna be pulling a tea leaf for yourself. I'm a Taurus moon, so I'll be trying to feel myself, but I don't be trying to feel too much. Ooh, we got the door for self. Opportunities are waiting for you. All right, let's see what the bottom of the deck says. Horseshoe, good luck. Okay, that is a strong resonance. Okay, we got the house, the astral house. We got career, so that is what you love right now. That's what you're focusing on right now. At the bottom of that is love. Okay, so love and love. For the love of money. All right, you guys, saving could be looking juicy. Savings could be this is the month that you should be focusing on or reflecting back on. That is March. This is pretty. Ooh, the flowers is kind of dead though. I ain't never seen that before. On the bottom of that is June. So from March to June is the timing of this reading that it may resonate, or it can go up until next year. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so we're going to roll a dice. It's 1 to 12, and this will give you the general amount of cards that we'll be talking about. So we have the number 7. 7 is the number of spiritual awareness and also availability, okay, to receive a spiritual awareness. So 7 months as well, also 7 days. Something in this reading can resonate, okay? Okay. Ooh, I like how that went up. Okay, so it's gonna be like a windfall that comes about. I like how June got the angels, okay? Because it's like in March, the flowers is dying or awakening, and then we got June where they're actually blooming, okay? So again, this is a spiritual reading. Whew. Right. Ooh, we got the Page of Wands. Okay, so usually that's so it's kind of like walking on thin ice, but guess what? You broke the ice and you broke the barriers, okay? So there's going to be a form of breaking, but also a form of flipping and reverse it. That always comes to my brain, okay? Just keep that in mind when it comes to really where you're going and what it's feeling like, okay? Where you're going and what it feels like. If you can hear the or you can hear your ears ringing or popping, that is, spiritual ascension and downloads, okay? Headaches, migraines, those are also forms of extension and download. But it's also about application of those downloads, okay? So just because it's almost like, you know how Apple, like on your iPhone, you'll have like apps and they'll have like the download button. That's kind of what that is, okay? When you don't, take and actually make use of those apps, they just sit there and, kind of store data on your phone. Okay, they're there for you to tap into, but it's just kind of like that, okay? So then we got the 10 of Wands reverse. Okay, I love this because it means it's indicating that most importantly, the wait is over. The wait is over. Wait your turn, okay? You know how you knock on one door, the other door. Hey, can I come in? No, you can't come in. Why? Because I got something else for you, okay? And then I'm gonna just actually give you the key to all the doors so none of them be locked, okay? None of them be locked no more. All right. Ooh, we got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, the slower form of communication that you've been waiting for, okay? But you also been waiting for this because you also been, keeping that aggressive. A lot of times people don't want to hear things that come off aggressive. Because you got to have, the discernment. And this little tunnel right here is a form of discernment of, if it's meant to be aggressive or offensive. Either if it's offensive, how to get through it. Everybody offends somebody, one day, but that's not your responsibility, okay? It's not your responsibility. Because if it was, you would be the one who's saying it, okay? Whew, I like this. We got the 6 of Wands, which is a celebrity card. Then we got the 9 of Pentacles, which is another initiation. I know initiation has been the word of these readings recently, okay? We got the King of Wands, okay? So the King of Wands, yeah, it's a mature person, but it's also somebody that comes and dick you down, okay? Dick you down. Dick you down, dick you down. for other reasons. But okay, if you guys go look on my Instagram on the Micoles, you guys can go see this card pops up very affirming. Okay, someone who's taking responsibility for fatherhood, but also taking responsibility for being the leader of the house. Okay, or etc. etc. And then we got the 5 of Swords. That's in reverse. So it's not, because we have the 10 of burdens. Again, if we got these 3 coming in, like, okay, I don't want that responsibility. So more doors opening up for you to get that help instead of, having feeling or lack. And then again, not fighting about it, just kind of accepting it. All right, and then we got, but that 9 of Swords came in just because you want to accept, it's going to take you a minute to accept that, it's going to take you a minute. So we got the Temperance, 2 forms of patience. But then look how she's pouring into her plate, her cup, her tears. Okay, it's like, okay, these tears were for nothing. And I just said this, and I forgot who's reading, but I said, when you cry, you're not crying for today. You're crying for your years. You're crying for your life. You're crying, 555 coming up. You're crying for the things that you didn't really get a chance. Like, some people like to cry on, like, I think I'm one of those people who cry and, like, I needed that cry. And then other people cry because they just, the tear ducts are available. Oh, man, the tear ducts are available. And that's kind of what that is, okay? But this Temperance is coming. Oh, I want to read this. Let me see. Oh, I want to read all the pages, too. Let's read the pages. Let's get in the page business. All right, so, okay. So we got the Page of Wands, okay? So that using a pair of handmade stilts, okay? So that's elevating yourself higher. The Page bodily treks across an icy pond, okay? Remember I talked about that pond, walking on thin ice, etc. We got the undaunted by the inherent risk of his actions, okay? He confronts life obstacles with youthful optimism and energy, okay? So, but in reverse, it's dim-witted, poor choices, and indecisive, okay? So discerning what you're deciding. Discern what you decide, but don't take too long to decide something, because it's going to get you, if you got a faded chart, it's going to get you where you got to go. If you are obedient, I always want to mention this, but I always misquote my own self, okay? Obedience gets you closer to your fate than, I forgot the other word. See, I gotta find that tweet. Obedience gets you closer to fate than your own action, okay? And then we go into the King of Wands, okay? So the King of Wands leads his children on an exciting adventure through the woods. His fatherly guidance, okay? As a woman, you can have father, because Taurus is a feminine, sign. But you can also, again, take other attributes of your chart or other attributes of, fatherly guidance, people around you, okay? Inspires his offspring down the path of life, for he always sets good examples for them to follow, okay? So in reverse, rough-natured, showing no compassion, intolerant, a strict or a cruel parent. That's that energy, okay? All right, I'm talking to you, Taurus moons. Because usually, okay, so there's this placement where they say that, usually people who have Taurus moons parents naturally have parents that give them what they desire, but they don't have the nurturing or compassionate, side to them. They don't really receive that. It's kind of like, well, I did this for you, I did that for you. And that's usually the effects of not being able to give that to anybody else, because it's like, well, I'll just supply all this emotional security for you, but I won't supply, I guess, okay, physical security, okay? Because I remember, who gassed? Okay, sorry. So I supply all this physical security for you, but not emotional security, okay? So work through that, and also be more tolerant of your emotions, especially if they start to come up. And then we have, let's go to the Temperance. Temperance. Dang, okay, the Temperance. Ooh, an angel stands by a peaceful stream, patiently waiting, pouring water for her urns, okay? Although the vessels are different in the design, the mixture she creates is a potion of harmony, okay? So upright, it means patience, balance, channeling one's energy, combining elements for new results, okay? So that's that form of alchemy that the Temperance is asking you to bring to, the forefront of all the things that you had to carry, all the things that wasn't carried for you, all the emotional instability, as well as, the incompetence to the path that's ahead, or the incompetence to the path that is, provided. Okay. I'm going to shuffle this one more again. And then I'm going to do one of these. Well, not one, literally. Ooh, we got the Star card. Okay, so true emotional healing. And then at the bottom of the deck, we got the 10, the DS of Pentacles, okay? But that's just, again, remember I said, it's just kind of like, you know, the things that's going to be required of. That's that calculated movement. But also using the things that you have learned to, because this is a form of learned, you know, learned interest to make those moves, okay? So it's almost kind of like, but also that little voodoo doll down there. But it's okay. But then that's the emotional baggage that you've been carrying too. That 10 of Pentacles comes with baggage. And then that chin, that extended chin this person got, that's a form of wealth and wisdom. If you know anything. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this Star. We in 10 minutes in. Whoo, this star. So we got that. You see that hand movement, she popping up. I think that's probably a mudra as well, but we might even pull it up. So we got that. That's pouring into what you have. Okay, this is kind of like the same place. It's like this Temperance, I visited this right here, and she just saying, okay, so imagine this is the Star, okay, grabbing water for it to pour into the Temperance's cup, 1111. That is perfectly for them to like to make the harmony, okay? Patience to create a star, patience for a star, okay? It take a lot of work to create a star and to breed a star, really. Okay, so you guys check out placements for, you know, your children's, you know, I guess, ascension as well. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of children energy because we had the fatherly, okay? So being a little bit more compassion to the load that, yeah, you may have to, you know, I guess create that. You have to create it and raise it. But now you have to think about the things that, you know, that went into. I always think about like Michael Jackson's story, and you know, his father, yeah, his parents, like the mom was, you know, kind of silent on the abuse, and then the father was, you know, the abuser. So kind of thinking about how they made that person, and then, you know, the thing that the thing that the child was looking for once they became the adults. That's that energy, okay? And then also remembering what is needing to be healed. So identifying that. We don't see too many, you know, stars that, I mean, we do see them, but, you know, it takes them a while to really work through their emotional needs, you know? Okay, so I'm going to move through this. Let me get out of this. I want to write that down because that was beautiful energy, actually, though. Because it was in reverse, okay? So that means there's like a form of taking care of those needs, but also, you know, being cognitive of it, especially with the Star and Temperance being there, okay? So there's alchemy being made in the works. Ace of Pentacles. All right, so then we got the Page of Wands. See how he came upright? What was the upright one? What was the upright one? Page. Okay, upright was creative thinking, ingenuity, and then a genius. Genius. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the dice for yourself. 4. Okay, so the door of opportunity. So that 4 is a number of stability, but also think of 4 pillars. Okay. Baby, what a plug. All right, so we got 4 for self. Okay. These opportunities that you are opening the door for yourself. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so you got to give up the single thought. You got to give up the single way of single way of serving yourself. Okay, so do not be self-serving in your riches. That's kind of what that's saying. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is saying take your time when it comes to, you know, because my Knight of Wands is that long journey. It's kind of like repeating mistakes, you know, learning your crown chakra through and through, okay? Because there is not just your crown. It goes other higher, you know, it's higher dimensions of your crown. So again, remember I told you about the earthly instructions, and then earthly instructions, and we got 14. Earthly instructions and godly and heavenly, okay? So right there, being able to, you know, ascend past that wing is that. All right, and then, ooh, the Hermit. Okay, so now that you have received this information, you're able to take this, you know, again, and download it when you will. Ace of Pentacles reverse, okay? So that's that also Geminian energy, okay? No, sorry, who is the Gemini? Sorry, my bad. I don't know where that Gemini energy came from. That just came out of nowhere. So that's that. Okay. So that Ace of Pentacles, that's that South Node. So basically being able to take your South Node skills and really what was the picture? She said, if you have your indications of a strong North Node, if it's in your 1st, 5th, I think she said 9th, and something else, okay? So taking heed to that clarity that your self needs to open those opportunities. I mean, it's not you, all you're doing is using your South Node to make your North Node better, okay? Using your South Node to make your North Node better, or experience better. And you usually start really, experiencing your North Node, in your 30s, okay? So again, I always say at 25, start really, going into your sidereal chart, but also going into your, North Node learning, okay? So you ain't gotta fault yourself. Okay, so we got 5. That's in love, but your love is your career, okay? So that's that 5 finger discount. But it's these flowers. Then really discounting, why did I want to say discounting? Okay, hold on, we'll say something. I think I want to say discontinue. Maybe with a love. Don't discount yourself in love. Yeah, don't discount yourself in love. Especially because you have to remember that you deserve it, okay? Ooh, 5 of Swords. All right, that was another 5. That was another 5. That's 2 5s, so that's a form of change. You gotta change something in the way you speak in love. Okay, remember a tiger never changes stripes, nor does a leopard. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Wands. That Queen of Wands, because again, if you're gonna be a feminine, a feminine master when it comes to that sexual energy, you gotta master the tongue to get what you want in that sexual energy, especially when you want to extend using that to your career, okay? Because there's people who done been there, done that, heard that, said that, okay? And then we got the Tower, so you won't create tower moments when it comes to the things that you really want or the things that you have been used to getting, okay? And then we got the 6 of Swords in reverse, okay? So there you gotta, again, it's saying let go, but it's also saying have you let go. It's really posing the question to the Queen, have you let go of this, that, okay? Be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Slow to anger, quick to forgive, especially in love, okay? 9 of Swords, all these swords, you see, normally he's walking around with 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's damn 5, 6. Okay, we don't even see his other swords hanging out. We got 1, 2, we got 4. Look at this. Look at this. You see that? Look at where he placed all his swords. Okay, it's kind of like saying, this is when that this is when you said that, this is when this happened, this is when this did. And it's like, he not even, you see one of the swords, he had one going forward and one going backward, okay? If he failed, he would feel that. Or it would stop him from, falling. But then he can always reach down and get the other 2 that he buried in his root chakra, which needs to be healed as well. Okay, so we got the 4 of Wands, that strong relationship, that strong commitment, we got the High Priestess, 4 of Wands, High Priestess. So also not sharing what you learned in love with other people who maybe don't even need to learn that lesson, okay? Remember, love is the bottom of the energy leading in your astral house. So that's that love, okay? There's a gift in love. There's gifts in love. There's love and gifts. Remember, I always say, love to get you killed too, okay? You out here battling. Love to get you killed. All right. We got the Knight of Chalices in reverse in your career. Okay, so, baby, what a love that. Hey, okay. We'll talk about it. All right, we got the, I didn't even roll. That's how this don't even count. If we rolling. March. Three of Wands. All right, keep manifesting. 2. Yep. All right, we got 2. Think about it. What have I said? I got my whole little chest full right now in my chest. Whew. All right, so we have to divide the pie. All right, so we got the 5 of Wands. Okay, so coming in with no conflict. Do not go into a workspace of conflict, okay? Do not go into your career of conflict, with conflict, okay? Especially the 8 of Chalices. This is that teacher-student moment. This is what goes in, goes out. What you learn is what you gain, okay? And then we also say the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So really, that's it. Sorry. Let me see something. Okay, 3 of Chalices. Cool. This is going to be a happy career for you. It's going to be long term. It's going to actually feed the energy that you give to others. It's going to be really musical to you, like music to my ears. Like, oh, I like to hear that. It's music to my ears. Okay, because again, you have to think about potlucks and you know, really just like I said, no conflict in this space from March to June. Okay, no conflict in this space. It's a short-term, you know, gig, but it's gonna be something, you know, that you need. You got that 8 of Chalices. That's that speech, and also listening to your instructors and taking in something that, you know, I won't say it's kind of like admiring your teachers for all the attributes that they have that you want to develop. Okay, that's that, you know, that's that. Because again, look how he's pointing. It's that admiration. It's that admiration and what is important for, you know, really kind of developing, you know, spiritual character, but also, you know, physical character. Okay, so I got your mudra here. Let's see what's going on, what they want you to work towards, because hand yoga is something. Okay, hand, this is what we use the most. And shout out to the people who don't need their hands. Okay. Ooh, I wanted to pull this one. Cool. This is called Space Ether Element. So Akasha. Woohoo. This is the star, so there's no specific hand movement, okay? So yoga poses is half shoulder stand, fish pose, legs up the wall. I always do this one. Okay, so the sense is hearing. When we were talking about the ears. So the energy center is your throat, chakra, and beyond. Like right now, like okay, so the symbols, so if you see these, which will be coming up soon, we got the stars, full moon, circle, reflection of lights. Okay, so I always think about Christmas as well. And then we got constellations, also the 4th of July. And then the rules are throat, neck, endocrine system, thyroid, and then a pineal gland. Okay, and then the qualities are going to be for liberation, expansion, awareness, purification, and consciousness, which we really did see twice. Okay, because the star card is underneath this page as well. This page of wands is on the bottom of the deck of the, what's this, the Deviant Moon Tarot. Okay, so really aligning your consciousness and raising your consciousness, really making sure in the mornings you are meditating, making sure at the night you give your sign 2211, giving yourself time before you speak. You know, speaking is important, but also, you know, I guess elimination of bad thoughts is even more important, okay, before you speak. Ooh, and a number 5. Look how many 5s you got. That's 5. You got 1, 2, 3, 5s. Okay, so major change coming through 2233. I'll talk to you guys later. If this video resonates, make sure you thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, bellows.